Hello, I'm here with no down. Look at see. As soon as I get close, this is what happens. I'm here with the delectable no CoCo. Okay, and I want to talk about his reactivity. Down. So I'm going to use the e-collar here. I didn't even have to hit the button. As soon as he sees the remote, he's like, ah. So I'm going to give him a little correction there for just mouthing the leash, and he's being silly. So I'm going to give him some communication. Knock it off. I want him to settle down before I start talking. Settle. So let's talk about his reactivity, because we've had multiple meetings with people now since he's been here, and they've been very interesting, and I want to share those things with you. Out. No, out. And this is also a good little lesson to see how you can handle his energy when you get too close to him. No. So that you can get a calmer dog. Okay, that's what we're working towards. No, I don't want him pawing for my attention. I want him to just relax. No. So I'm going to bump up the pressure here. If he doesn't settle, I'm just going to keep dialing up pressure incrementally, couple of digits at a time. Right now we're at a 7, so he has settled down a bit. So let's just talk about, let's see if you can see him. His reactivity. Okay, so he has met several people. He met, let's see, three or four different approaches to him. One was by a really pushy friend of mine. I can say that because she's my friend, but she's really pushy and would not just really wouldn't take, leave him alone for an answer. So I really had to, be firm with her, and that's a good lesson for you. You are going to come across people who know that you have to be firm with. No, down, no. So every time I say no, I hit the button and give him pressure, and you can see Chase is a big distraction. So my friend was pretty pushy and wanted to meet him, and she just kept advancing to him, and he was not feeling it, very uneasy, and I finally just got in between them, and I was like, leave him alone. It was his first day, first of all. And secondly, he was showing all the signs of, oh my God, this person is getting way too close to me. There's too much pressure on me and I can't handle it. So he was not barking and lunging, but what he was doing, out, no. What he was doing was he was trying to run away. Shh, stop. No. He was trying to run away from her, but he was on a leash. Chase, out. Chase is being the ultimate challenge for CoCo right now. He was running away. He was looking to me for, are you going to do something? And basically I did. And that's where, I say advocate for your dog always. So first you have to understand his body language. So if he's barking and lunging, it means he's trying to keep people away from him because he's uneasy. He's curious, but he's uneasy. And so you've got to take it upon yourself to be the leader and say, this is not cool. Don't advance to my dog. Don't meet my dog. He's in training. I just tell people, I like to be nice about it. Some people are really firm and they have no problem being, no, you can't pet my dog, or do not pet my dog. I always tell people as I'm stepping in front of my dog or my student, he's in training, please don't pet him, or let me see if he warms up to you, then you can pet him, but just talk to me while I see if he warms up to you. No, out. So I just gave him a little finger poke, and that's a good little correction for you. If you don't have remote collar, no. You can give a little finger poke. It's like a little pop, and tell him to knock it off. That's a correction. So you're always looking to your dog. Like, if he wants to meet someone and they're cool with meeting him and they're willing to be patient, then I want for him to get that confidence. And so I'll tell you about the next person that we met who had super good energy. She's a dog person, and she had super good energy. And I told her, I said, he's very apprehensive around people. I said, so don't pet him. I said, just stand here and talk to me. And she kept her hands by her side. I kept the leash loose on him, not enough for him to jump on her in case he wanted to, but enough for him to sniff her out and feel like she's not so bad. And I just told her, don't pet him, don't stoop down, don't lean over him. And you know what? He warmed up to her, and he went up to her and sniffed her hands, and then she was able to give him a little pet. Out. So he's being super challenged right now because I'm in his face, I'm talking, and I've got Chase right here. So lots of challenges. I'm using e-collar to help him out because I want him to be calm. The next person that we met, also a dog person, a very skilled dog person, but she thought, he was being bad because he was barking at her and wanted her to stay away. And I was like, no, he's insecure. And he basically, he's very curious about people. He likes people, but he is uncertain. And so she wanted to like rush along the process. So she started talking in a like really high pitch, and stooping down and getting in his space and reaching for him, leaning her, putting her hand out and leaning towards him, totally freaked him out. So that's where you want to just back your pup up and get in between this person and your pup and say, hey, you know what, if you want to meet him, I got to make sure he's okay with you. We're doing some training. And then you can just say something like, just don't talk to him and stand up straight. And this is just something for you guys to understand too as a family. If he starts getting mouthy and nippy with you, first of all, you're going to say out or no, and you're going to pair it with a correction, a little finger poke, or if you have the e-collar, you give him some e-collar pressure, and you're going to correct it, or you can bonk him. A bonker is a roll-up towel. At some point, I'll show you what the bonker is. It's a really great tool to just have around to utilize. It stops behavior immediately. But anyway, you want to be sure that you are getting in between, your dog and other people, and also that you guys are aware of his body language and what it means. Out, no, out. So you just saw him react to the stim. Okay, I want him to really settle down here. So just awareness of the body language, advocating for him, making sure that people, just don't let people indiscriminately come up and meet him. The circumstances have to be right. You have to feel right about it. You need to check in with him and see if he's cool with it. And he may not initially be cool with it, but as you talk to the person, if it's a neighbor or someone that seems patient and willing to wait, then he will warm up relatively quickly if you don't put pressure on him to hurry up and meet. Like this one person was like, oh, well, he should get over it. I'm going to talk in a high-pitched voice and lean into it. And he was like getting very squirrely and did not at all trust the person. So it's all about his trust level. Never rush him. Never push him into a situation and say, you have to meet a person. If he's apprehensive, he doesn't have to meet anybody. It's fine. It's like just what you don't want to do is allow him to do the nonsense of barking and lunging. You just correct that immediately, because what it'll do is it'll cut off the adrenaline and it'll stop that pattern of that's bad behavior. It's just socially bad, and it just amps him. It's releasing hormones in the body, and he's getting all amped up. It's not good. The energy's all bad, and he's just going to learn and practice a really bad habit, and we don't want that. So that's when you would correct him, and then just always respect where he is in his, progression through developmental stages, and also in his progression through training. We don't really know the dog we have until they're about 2 years old, okay? So when he comes home, he's still like really fresh and new at this, and you guys are new at this, and you're getting to learn the tool, and you're trying to learn all the commands and things like that. So just don't ever rush the process with him, especially due to his insecurity. That's where you want to be more patient with him, and just, you do want to expose him to more and more things, but you want them to be very valuable for him so that he can move through his insecurity and progress, and someday maybe never have that, or it's something that has that he's worked through enough where it's really not an issue, and that can happen. I've seen it happen. So just respect the insecurity and know your role in all of this to assist him and help him to a better place. I hope that was helpful. I hope I didn't go on too long. And he's doing great otherwise. He had a really good night. And look at him chilling out with Chase right now. And we're going to continue our training. So have a good one, guys.